For the longest time, I thought success was outside of myself. But life has been showing me that it's not, and it never was. What separated me from success or feeling successful was all internal, and there never was a criteria I had to meet in order for the gentle expansion of success to happen. Here are a few mindset shifts I've integrated to step into my birthright of living a life I truly love. Because to succeed means just that, to live a life that we love. I've been waking up with a little bit of stress in my body these days, and I think it's because I have slightly increased my intake of social media. I think more exposure, more data to what other people are doing, it makes me start to feel like I'm not doing enough, or my natural expression isn't enough. Something about me isn't enough. But I know that that's not true. Life is not a competition. It's not. And I know for a lot of my life, especially with the fears that pop up of like, oh, me not being enough, it comes from me thinking that life is a competition. Nothing that is meant for us will require us to perform in order to get that thing. Yes, I love that. That's like, I just made up that affirmation on the spot. Nothing that is meant for us will require us to perform to get that thing. Yeah, so it's like when I'm performing, it's like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I see you. Where is this coming from? Are you scared? Do you feel not enough? And just reminding ourselves that nothing that is meant for us will require us to perform to get that thing. Yeah, then like it kind of drops, you know? Everything else kind of drops. It's like, oh yeah. Let me sink back into my body. Let me come back here. I've been writing in my manifestation journal my intentions, or what I desire for the year, the week, the month, or even the day. And I've been writing it and dropping the pressure off from myself to meet those things that I wrote and just let it be. I planted a seed, I watered it, and then I walked away. Most of the times, I won't change to fit those intentions that I wrote for a couple of weeks. But then all of a sudden, I'm embodying the very thing that I wrote. It's like surprising when this occurs because I kind of forget about it, you know? I forget about what I wrote. And then it just happens. And that led me to reflect deeper on this concept of gentle expansion and how under this umbrella, I feel like I'm able to flourish in ways that I haven't been able to before. There's a depth, a capacity of us being able to flourish when we're acting from a place of love. And that's not only in concern to our actions externally, but also towards ourselves. Me writing those life intentions and then walking away, kind of forgetting about it, and letting Whitney change or expand when she feels ready to, has been the epitome of self-love for me these days. It gives myself permission to do loops or detours or regress in my growth and still accept and love myself and my life. I think for me, what I yearn for deeply is to feel calm and grounded in my nervous system throughout my growth. I value baby steps rather than this massive rebrand or massive transformation that makes me feel uneasy and confused and uncertain. I value little shifts that I can implement when I'm ready to. Ooh. Often we think that in order to feel abundant and well supported and excited to live, that we need a big budget and that we need to have a lot of money to travel or to have a nice home. But I find that there are actually so many resources available to us if we are open to looking for them, if we are open to trying out things that we haven't before. So I've been loving going to the library, borrowing books on cooking, on healing, fiction books. And I've also been loving going to meditation centers that are free to help me feel more supported with my journey of figuring out the type of people that I want to surround myself with, and also figuring out my relationship to this very point of my life. I am meeting up with someone who I met in my Sangha. We're gonna grab dinner and then we're gonna go to a meditation event afterwards. Yeah, I'm excited. I have been kind of making it a mission. Well, it is my mission this year to find build, create community by meeting people in communal spaces that I'm already attending regularly. I feel like as an adult, that's probably the easiest and best way to meet like-minded people, to just go to those places where those people who you want to be with gather. And for me, those are people who practice meditation, the Dharma. My train is here, so
I don't think they get distracted by vibrates, or I don't even want to be tempted. That's very safe here.
Distracted, protect your property when you're not looking. They're kind of a refuge when you're in fear, and provide more than requested when you have a specific need. The second good-hearted friend is the constant friend. This is kind of think of as the ride or die friend. I mean, their loyalty is defined by their consistency through the highs. They genuinely want you to succeed and do good in your life. They don't rejoice in your misfortune. They rejoice in your success, stop others from bad-mouthing you, and they praise those who speak well of you.
Hyacinth Bridgerton, go to bed this instant.
What harm can it do for me to simply observe?
Believe what you might wish, dear reader. This author knows best that a small amount of make-believe...
This is a perfect wrench. One thing that I have really been, I'm like barely opening my eyes. Maybe I could just do this video with my eyes closed because the sun is so nice. But one thing that I have been letting go of is me being critical and judgmental of people who are in my field and who have found success. So more specifically, that's like other YouTubers, right? I would be comparing in a sense that, oh, this creator isn't creating based on my values, so there's not much for me to learn from this person. Or just because this content isn't in alignment with what I would post or what I find of value in my personal life, that means that their success is not the type of success that I want. And I feel like a lot of us, we do this. We see the people who are in our field and who have found success, and we notice something about their journey that we don't agree with. So we dismiss their entire accomplishment of getting to that point. Because we're looking, at least for me, I was looking for someone who I would 100% resonate with, who would share my values A to Z, who create the same reason that I do. What I was doing when I was judging these people or being very critical and noticing what I didn't agree with within these people's journey, of success is that I was actually putting myself out of alignment from success. I was making the gap between me and success bigger and bigger. And this isn't to say that our personal preferences, our personal values of how we want to achieve success is now invalid. No, it's so valid. But I think the learning thing for me is that I was so focused on what I didn't agree with other people's journeys, that I didn't let myself be inspired and learn from these people who honestly like are successful. That's the bottom line. They have found success in the same field that I'm interested in, right? So what I've been doing over the past several months is I've been rewiring my brain to, when I do see creators, instead of automatically going towards, oh, like this is whatever, even brain rot content or unintentional, unconscious content, it's just noise. Instead of viewing it like that, I started to view it as, what can I learn here? Because everyone has something to teach us. Even if on the outward, external side, it seems like, let me switch angles. What can I learn here? Because everyone has something really important to teach us, no matter how they gone about their journey. And looking towards the positive, looking towards what can I be inspired from, instead of what do I not agree with within this person, I feel like is the thing that propelled me to feel more abundant in my life, feel more connected, and also to expand. I have been holding myself back from success because of this very reason, that I was so stingy and picky with where I would find inspiration from. But the truth is, like the deepest truth for me is, there is inspiration everywhere. And actually focusing on where we don't align with people and places and circumstances only keeps us in this lack mentality, in this mentality where we don't resonate and nothing in our reality is something that we're fond of, etc. Like whatever the story is, we're just furthering ourselves from alignment to our dreams. Everyone has something really important to teach us. Everyone. Learning is available everywhere. And I feel like as soon as I stop really believing that I am a student of life for the rest of my life, that's when I'll start stagnating. And that's when I'll start to just become, what is that word? Like ornery? Is that the word? Ornery? I know that as long as I follow love, success will come. And no matter how it looks like, because I don't expect for it to be linear either. There's a part of me that deeply appreciates how my journey to this point and to me feeling more and more alignment, more like myself, while working towards my dreams, has looked like these crazy squiggles. Everything is connected, whether it's in our love life, our career, our family. We tend to compartmentalize these parts of our lives, but they're all connected. And our success, our growing in one department, will 100% affect our ability to grow and thrive in another. This is something that I wish I told Whitney back then. It's like, yeah, it's okay that you're not growing outwardly in this one department, because I was putting so much work, spiritual work, into my shadow work, into my growth, into healing, into introspection, where I was like, oh, is there value in this? Because I was doing all that, but externally with my career, I wasn't really going anywhere. But now looking back, I could see, oh, like the reason why I'm attracting my community and things just feel so easeful is because I did that work for years prior. Life really has an interesting way of surprising us on how they'll deliver our desires to us. And it's just about being willing to receive the different side quests that are also put on our path. I am deserving of my dreams. I am deserving of living a life that I truly love. Everyone is deserving of living a life that they truly love. Like, that is our birthright. That is our birthright. Yeah. Hello. I didn't fall. No, I did not. Why would you think that I fell trying to get my camera? Oh, that? No, I don't know. That was always there. In order for me to feel successful and actually be successful, every part of my journey must be an extension of my authentic self, my heart. Because when I'm showing up not as the person I am, but as the person who I think I should be, that's when I enter the territory of performing. When we spend years of our lives climbing up a mountain, performing, we'll arrive at the summit realizing this wasn't the view we really wanted. So a question that I use as a North Star is this coming from a place of love or fear? Because only when we act from love can we live a life that we love.